After losing their last match against England, Sri Lanka ended up their rally in 4th place in Group B without a single win. This was the first time since first World Cup edition they were not being able to open their points column. 2 more games left to complete the group stage after this match. On the same day where Sri Lanka meeting England, Pakistan clashes with West Indies to seal Group B matches. It was a fight-back innings by Richie Richardson, and he leads West Indies to defeat Pakistan by 28 runs at Karachi.
The boundary is cut off by Ijaz. The batsman going back for the third. Square cut. And crosses the ropes, 4 runs. Good shot by Richardson. We'll get some runs here. Nice shot. Effortless. Through mid-wicket. 4 runs.
Plays it in the air and it's caught. Caught by Mansoor. And short mid-wicket. Oh, he's dropped it onto a stump. And that's the first wicket for Pakistan that has gone down. And oh, he's thrown it and he's going to be caught. Salim Malik is out. Perhaps that ball still on the wicket a little bit. And I thought for him.
In Group A, last battle happened between India and New Zealand at Nagpur. Chetan Sharma took the first ever World Cup hat-trick and Gavaskar scored his first ever one-day 100 gives India an easy 9 wickets win.
Come down. The ball went.
विश्व कप की पहली हैट्रिक और
Much better. Again, sweetly timed.
हमारे बैट्समैन ने
And that's it. Yes. That's Gavaskar's 100. Sunil Manohar Gavaskar became only the second Indian to score 100 in World Cup championship. Joins Kapil Dev. He scored 175 against.
After the group stage completes, Group A standing is as below. Host nation and defending champion Team India claim the first position as predicted. Young Australian side showcase some phenomenal effort and ranked second, same points as India but slower run rate. Both New Zealand and Zimbabwe eliminated from the competition. From other side, Pakistan ranked top in the table and England at second. England was able to swipe out mighty West Indies. This is the first time West Indies eliminated from knockout rounds in World Cups. Sri Lanka, without a single win, ranked last. After losing their last match, Pakistan too opened their losing column. That is no undefeated team in knockout stage. Any nation having equal chance to win the beauty. So, stage is set for the next round, the knockouts. On November 4th, Pakistan will take Australia at Lahore in the first semi-final. This is the last game planned to play in Pakistan soil. Next day, that is November 5th, India will take up the challenge of England at Heart in Mumbai. All 4 teams in good shape, but 2 hosting teams having the edge. So, world out there is thinking it's India-Pakistan World War final this time. If you go to the records, Sri Lanka able to update some of them. During the series, Sri Lanka able to cross 200 mark 3 times and once they crossed 250 mark as well. This is the 4th instance Sri Lanka achieves such milestone. This was a nightmare tour for Sri Lankan bowlers. West Indies hammered them for 360 runs at Karachi in their 50 overs, which was a world record, beating previous highest team score of 338 of Pakistan against Sri Lanka in 1983. In addition to this, they were hammered 3 times beyond 250 runs mark. Clearly it's one-sided game among Sri Lankan batsmen. Only Arjuna among the runs. With 350s he passes the 250 run marks with superb average. Hamstring injury in the final game forces him to stay in bench. Else, he has a high chance to move past 300 marks. He was listed down as the 14th best run getter and the highest average maintainer of the tournament. Apart from him, only 4 were able to go beyond triple figure total. Duleep was able to keep his number 1 spot for another 4 years. Arjuna was able to go past Roy and he claimed the 2nd spot. Roy and Brendan were able to cross 250 marks. One notable thing to observe is that World Cup debutant like Asanka, Roshan, and Aravinda able to claim positions in the most run getter list. Well, from individual innings point of view, 4 Sri Lankan batsmen scored 650s. Roshan made a superb start after scoring 89 against Pakistan. Arjuna scored 350s, out of that 2 was scored against mighty West Indies. Duleep scored his 3rd World Cup 50 and he was able to score 50 in each World Cup edition since 1979. Roy, once again showed how talented he was by scoring magnificent 80 against England at Pune. On the first match, Roshan was able to break Brendan's highest score of 72. At a point it seems like first ever Sri Lankan World 100 Cuban pesos. But unfortunately, he was out at 89. Both Arjuna and Roy too able to go beyond 80. So, they were able to seal the positions of first 3 after the tournament, pushing Brendan to 4th. It was a bad series for Sri Lankan bowlers. 4 centuries scored against them. Out of that 2 scored by West Indies and 2 by Pakistan. Viv Richards's 181 was a new World Cup score. Also, this was the 2nd highest score in one-day international cricket. In addition to this, 8 50s were scored against them. This includes 5 England 50s, 2 West Indies 50s and 1 Pakistan 50. With 4 new centuries, count against an all-time World Cup goes to 7. In 1983 edition they were hammered for only 2 centuries. So there is a clear drop of Sri Lankan bowling performances. Richards was able to easily push Gower's record down to the 2nd position. It was a nightmare series for Sri Lankan bowlers. Out of 6 matches they were able to grab only 28 wickets. Only Ravi was able to stay among wickets and he ended up as the 10th best wicket taker of the series. None other were able to take at least 5 wickets, which was a shame. Ashantha, the highest wicket taker in the previous game, took just single wicket in the tour. But one notable thing to satisfy is their bowling discipline. Out of the tour they gave away just 35 runs as sundries. Out of that just 5 no balls only, that 2 in the first 2 games. Last 4 games they have not provided a single no ball. Even with just single wicket, Asantha able to keep his number 1 slot in all-time highest list, mainly thanks to his magnificent performance in 1983 edition. With 4 wickets, Ramesh was able to pass DS De Silva to climb to 2nd place. Due to his superb performance in this series, Ravi took the 3rd place. If analysis the innings best, it was not a good series at all. Only just 1 3-wicket haul. Another 6 times bowlers were able to pass 2 wickets in an innings. Out of that 3 occasions belongs to Ravi. Not much value addition to best bowling per innings record this time. Ravi's performance took the 5th in the list and 3 other 2 wickets hauls able to claim place in top list. Still only Ashantha was the only bowler who go past 5 wickets haul. On the other hand, not much notable performance from opposition bowlers as well. Patterson's 3 wickets spell was the best. Both Qadir and Hemmings were able to get 3 wicket spells. As per the list, spinners made some damage to Sri Lankan bowlers than paceman. Slight change in all-time list as well. Hadley still at top. Patterson's spell ranked to number 9. Remaining 3 wickets hauls able to grab number 12 and 15 respectively. 2 wicket keepers for Sri Lanka in this series. Brandon, the regular keeper behind the wickets in first 5 games. And they decided to go with Asanka on the last game. With 5 dismissals, Brendan climb up to number 2 in all-time list. One notable thing is his stumping dismissal of Carl Hooper in 4th game was the first ever Sri Lankan successful stumping attempt in World Cups. In addition to that stumping he took a catch as well, which was the first time of Sri Lankan keeper go beyond single dismissal in a match in World Cups. Brandon did his duty very well and gave only 6 byes in his 5 games. Sri Lankan substitute keeper Asanka went wicketless and he too gave just a single bye in his only game behind stumps. In the field, Sri Lankan shows some good performance. Mahanama's catch to dismiss Viv Richards was a superb display. Altogether, Ramesh was at number 1 slot with 3 catches in his 3 games. Anuraziri, Aravinda, and Mahanama took 2 catches each. Both Ramesh and Aravinda took 2 catches each in single game. In the series, Sri Lankan fielders has taken 13 catches. All-time list still belongs to Roy Dias, for his 5 catches. Both Ranjan and Arjuna took 4 each. And 5 fielders, Roy, Opatha, Warnapura, Ramesh, and Aravinda took 2 catches each in a game. When it comes to partnerships, not much of a good partnership built during those games from Sri Lankan point of view. 88 runs for the 3rd wicket between Asanka and Roy was the best. Arjuna and Duleep put up 80 for the 5th wicket. Not a single 100 runs partnership, but Sri Lanka was able to build 750+ stands for 3rd, 4th, and 5th wickets. Out of that, 3 belongs to Arjuna, Duleep duo. Arjuna was involved to 5 instances and Guru Zinga and Duleep involved in 3 each. Not much additions to the all-time best list. Asanka and Roy, S88 stand for the 3rd wicket, and Arjuna and Duleep, S80 for the 5th wicket, was able to give a new look for the list. On the other hand, rest of the teams built some partnership against Sri Lanka. 182 runs for the 3rd wicket was a next-level stand between Viv and Haynes. Gooch and Robinson put up a solid 123 for the opening wicket in the last game. There were 4 century stands built and 10 50+ stands built against Sri Lanka. Both Pakistan and England built 1 century stand and 4 50 stands, whereas West Indies 2 century stands and 1 50 stands. Sri Lanka not being able to expose the last man of the opposition team in a single instance, hence, no partnerships for the last wickets. 4 records have been broken during this series. 182 stands for 3rd wicket was the obvious one. In addition to that, Salim Malik able lead Pakistan to write 2 records for 5th and 7th wickets. Logie and Walsh's 22 unbeaten stand for the 9th wicket was the last new addition to the first semi-final set to stage in heart of Pakistan, Lahore. On November 4th, match will play between host nation Pakistan and young Australian team. Australia in the knockout stage after the first edition. Those were the glory days for Australia, and since then they never got an opportunity to enter knockout stage. On the other hand, Pakistan in a strong stance. This is their 3rd consecutive knockout stage appearance. But unfortunately, they were not being able to progress beyond that point in previous 2 editions. This time match is happening in their own background, and they have better team composition and experience. So, Pakistan definitely having an upper hand. Also, Pakistan skipper has announced his retirement after the World Cup, so this will be his last appearance at home.
Wasim Akram to Marsh. And a glorious stroke this time by Marsh. Marsh, a direct hit, out! Possibly just missing that leg stump. Oh, that's a glorious shot. Another super shot by Jones. Oh, and that's bonus for Pakistan. Javed absolutely delighted there. He's got a stump. Dean Jones on 38 and 155 for 2. Dean Jones playing. But it flashes that away, and a vain attempt, a full length dive there by Wasim. And again, that's a fine throw, and Alan Bird not really. Both him. The great hero, Imran Khan. Absolute suicide. Very useful little nick indeed. All too much for Well, what a farewell for Imran Khan. Could be expensive. Beautiful strike. What a lovely shot. That's 6. Another tremendous blow by War. And that's 4 runs this time. That's nicely flicked off the toes. It'll be 4. Hmm. 18 runs came off that last over. Quite a disappointment. He shies. He's out. Well, what a start for Australia. A disaster for Pakistan. Bruce Reid, the bowler. Oh, well, very lucky indeed, but 4 runs. That's a better shot. .25. This is McDermott into Mansoor Akhtar. Well, what have I done? I've done it again. Batting impossible for Mansoor Akhtar. Oh, that's out. Steve Waugh's first delivery there. And well, that was the wicket that Australia wanted, and Bruce Reid there getting Manda to edge that, but to Imran. And judging by the roar, that's gone for 4 runs. And down the wicket there, Imran, and taking a chance, didn't get there, slower ball. Well, that's 4 more runs. Sam Riddell pitching just a little short there, and that's a delightful shot from Imran Khan. A model. And that's what most of the crowd came here to see. Imran Khan moving on to 50. Coming off 73 balls with 4 fours. There it goes, as Raymond Dillingworth has forecast. I don't think you can really afford to leave well over 90 degrees at a field like this. There's a shout for it. Yes, it's giving him out caught behind. We were thinking he was shouting for stumping at first because the keeper whipped the bails off. But in fact, he's being given out by umpire Dickie Bird at the far end. And that's 50 for Javed Miandad. They never miss an opportunity to score. Score moving on to 154 for 4. Oh, that's a massive hit. Miles in there. Over long off. 6 runs. That's a massive hit for 6 there. Swept away over mid-wicket. And yes, that's the wicket that Australia wanted. Wasamakan looking really dangerous. But there he is now. His 21st one-day international. What a splendid way to get off the mark. .44. That's in the air. It's caught. Ijaz Ahmed has been caught. Oops. Well, are we now seeing the end of the Pakistan challenge? Javed Miandad makes it plain that he did get caught, but this is Steve Waugh. Oh, that's whipped away to the boundary. One of the rare loose deliveries from Steve Waugh, short and down the leg side, and Salim Yusuf. Tremendous blow. 4 signaled. on. Caught behind the faintest nick, and Salim Yusuf knew it. He was off. Just pulled down short of that ball by Craig McDermott. 4 runs. Inside edge. That's out. Another faint nick and through to Dyer. Up it goes again. 5 wickets for McDermott. And that is a moment of tremendous jubilation and achievement, I must say, for Australia, who have done brilliantly to come into Pakistan, up to Lahore, to get through, to beat Pakistan, the favourites in the competition, and win the match by 18 runs.
A shocker at Lahore. Young Australians stunned the Pakistan as well as the entire world. They challenged all predictions and earned a sweet 18 runs victory over Pakistan. Deciding to bat first after winning the toss was a challenge, especially by looking at the Pakistan batting lineup. But they were hungry to take the challenge from first ball onwards. Both openers built up 73 runs stand for the first wicket, and none of the batsmen looked back since then. Boon went for another 50 and he keep maintaining his form, so as Jones, Porter, Violetta, Marsh, and Waugh. Imran showcased his strength with the ball by grabbing 3 wickets, all clean bowled. In reply, it was not a good start for Pakistan. At a stage they were 3 for 38. Then 2 most experienced batters, Imran and Javed, joined and put 112 for the 4th wicket. Kangaroo skipper made a good call and brought himself for bowling, and he ended the partnership. Pakistan wickets start fall in regular intervals after that, and finally Reed took Myandar's stump to close the victory to their side. Yusuf and Qadir tried to repair the innings, but McDermott ran through the tail and ended up taking first 5-wicket haul in the series by any bowler. Sad day for Imran. His all-round performance not being able to take Pakistan to final. Australia marched to final after 1975. Due to his performance with ball, Craig McDermott nominated as the man of the match. Second semi-final set to stage in Mumbai, India, on November 5th. Match will play between host nation and defending champion India and England team. Team England is a regular member in semi-finals since first World Cup edition. So, this is their 4th consecutive appearance in knockout stage. Out of that, only 1 instance they were able to progress to finals. On the other hand, this is India's 2nd such appearance, after their successful tour of 1983. Surprisingly, in 1983 edition these are the 2 teams clash for semis, with the home advantage India in a strong stance. On top of that, they have a strong spin department, and spin bowling in the subcontinent is England's worst nightmare. With these advantages, India definitely having an upper hand. But England will march to pitch to get the revenge of their defeat in 1983 semis.
Beautifully played. A slower ball.
Capacity crowd of 45,000 rose to it. And Gooch this time sweeping that away for 4 runs. A slower ball there, full toss, and Robinson is in that over cover for 4 runs. Well, that's the first wicket for India. Beautifully bowled by Mananda Singh. Well, again, Gooch is putting that foot down and off stump, pitching across the line, wide of mid-on, and 4 more runs.
Chetan Sharma. And that's out. Lovely catch. And Azharuddin comes in to bowl. Oh, that's a lovely shot by Gatting. He had the width.
Start of the 31st over. And Gooch continuing the sweep shot, and the deep square man failing to sight the ball, going the wrong way. And that's the 100.
A well-deserved round of applause for Graham Gooch. 100 made out of 157, winning the 38th over. And a gloriously timed stroke again there, no real power, just angling the bat, running it down to third man for 4 more. And the first time the reverse sweep's been played today. Mike Gatting timing to perfection, beautifully played, and 4 more runs down to third man. And that could well be 4 more. Mike Gatting playing the sweep shot and getting it fine. Coming in to prove inexpensive. This is his 9th over. Oh, and this time a full toss, and Gatting making room to try and get it squarish. Got a thick edge and 4 more runs. Well, a little bit of... It's in the air, it could be a catch.
Played right across the line, but of course he was aiming for a space at mid-wicket. Well, that couldn't be better placed as far as England's concerned. It's one of the problems that the captains face, having to keep 4 men up in the circle. Hold him. Beautifully placed. Oh, what a wonderful shot. Alan Lamb. Beautifully bowled, well up. They run 1, Downton turns for 2. And makes it 254, the England score. A very fine effort indeed. 4 runs. Beautifully played. It, bowled him. Sunil Gavaskar has gone. And tremendous jubilation, understandably, by the England team out there.
That's due merely to some good bowling and also to a much slower wicket. Shrikant on 24, Sidhu on 13, and Shrikant there, cutting him, and be away to the boundary. 50 coming up there, not.
Bowled him. And now I have to say that for that moment, Foster to Sidhu, who's 19. The look on the face says everything. Oh, what a brilliant catch. What a magnificent catch by Bilathi. Tummy trouble and was unable to play. That's a fine shot. That's 4 runs. In the air. Dropped it. 4 runs. Four more. Good slower ball. That's straight. That's out. Very well bowled by Foster, a slower ball which had Pandit playing across it.
He can't do anything about that. Foster's a little bit wide, giving Azran skipper Capel down. He's gone for a big hit. Dropping short of 6. And that's a big hit. Gatting's under it, and he's caught it. And that could be 4. Azradin whipping that away off his toes. John Embrick the ball to him. And that's 50 for Azradin. That 50 was made of 60 balls with 5 boundary hits. 38 overs completed. Oh, that's a fine shot. John Embry giving Azradin a bit of room there.
One big hit, but not yet.
Now he does. 4 runs.
Oh, that must be out. And it is. Absolutely straight. Azradin across the line. The 6.37 per over. He's caught him. Caught and bowled Embry. Kieran Morey to the flighted Embry delivery. A cracking shot from Shastri. He's caught him. Well, that was a very fine bottom edge, I thought. It looked to me. We can check on that. It's in the air. Lamb's caught it. Beautiful catch by Lamb at deep mid-wicket. At first, I thought he hadn't seen it, and then he raced in, and now he demands a standing ovation from the deep mid-wicket crowd.
Best bowler, seam bowler anyway, De Freitas.
Well, that's gone high. Who's calling for it? Downton. He's caught it, and England have won, and England go to Calcutta to meet Australia in the final. At the death, it was all left to Ravi Shastri. He had no confidence in Maninder Singh, and England have beaten India at Bombay by 35 runs.
Just like in previous semi-final, it's a shocker again. This time so-called spin week England thumped out India out of the title. Despite all the statistics and predictions, they won the match by easy 35 runs. Inviting visitors bat first in the game was the first error from Indian camp. They might think to spin out England for lower score. But pitch condition and England's change of plan help England to score 254 for 6 in their 50 overs. Gooch played for a superb century. Out of that marks he scored many using a sweep shot. So basically, England spent most of the time down in one knee. Gatting scored another 50 and both Maninder and Kapil among wickets. In reply Gavaskar bowled out cheaply. Indian top order made good starts, but apart from Azhar none was able to convert it to a big knock. Dileep Vengsarkar's absence due to bad health too was a problem for India. Middle order lead by skipper Kapil tried to bring India back into the game. But Azhar's dismissal sealed the fate for India. Indian tail was ripped apart by English spinners, and gave them the opportunity to settle the score for 4 years-old revenge. Finally set ending for both hosting nations. World is looking for a India-Pakistan final, but neither of them were able to make it to finals. So, it will be a new world champ this time. Both England and Australia made to finals one time each, but they both ended up as runners-up, losing to West Indies. Let's find out the battle between ancient rivals in World Cup final stage in our next episode.